Today, I am once again returning to an old favorite of mine, Titanshift. It's a deck that I think is actually fairly well positioned in Modern. All big mana decks are, which I'll talk about here in a second. But of note on Titanshift, it did have a copy in top 8 of SCG Philly over the last weekend, which I was also in the top 8, but I was playing the Legacy seat with Jessica Minter, teaming with my buddy Harlan and my buddy Zach Allen. So Harlan Fear was playing Wurza, and Zach Allen was playing Sultai Golos. I played Mentor. We made the top 4 and lost in top 4. But Titanshift did make the top 8. We played against them in the first round, and Harlan did manage to win against that player, and I beat Alurin. So we knocked them out of the top 8. And there was another copy by our good friend and Titanshift contributor, Rebecca Adelman, old Becky. She made top 16 of SCG Philly, so Titanshift had a pretty good showing over the weekend for Philly, and it's the deck I'm certainly most comfortable with when we start talking about Modern again, because I've been playing Legacy. Outside of my streams, I've been playing Legacy online for the last, good month, just because I played 4 Legacy events in a row. But so this is my dive back into Modern. I haven't played Modern in a long time. There's been a lot of changes with the PO Urza, like with Emery coming out, and Throne of Eldraine just having a big impact in general. Cards like Once Upon a Time, Castle Garenbrig, Emery, all just like big adds to the Modern format and staples now in new archetypes. So just got here. What's that gold thing do? Are you talking about the sub badge? You now have a sub badge for how long you've been subbed. It's great. Inklin finished the sub badges. For those of you that are subscribers, you have like little banana themed sub badges. They're absolutely adorable. I cannot thank Inklin Customs enough for the excellent work she's done. And she's going to be doing some more work on the emotes, and probably I'm going to get her to do some of the transition pages and stuff too. But that is all going to come in time. But for now, you get to enjoy the little sub badges. They're adorable. Anyways, back to Titanshift. So as far as the way Titanshift is being built right now, it's very reminiscent of the list that I put out right when, I think, was this M20? Like right when I was looking at SCG Dallas at the beginning of this year, and I put out the Titanshift list that had this 28 lands because I thought 28 lands was really good. I still think 28 lands is really good. Still going to play 28 lands, because Field of the Dead still working as a spell for fair decks and has just been an incredible upgrade for this deck as a plan C, but also very good in like some various matchups, like the Shadow matchup, for instance. Been very impressed with Field of the Dead. Still going to play 28 lands. But some notable upgrades from Throne of Eldraine, which is the set that has come out since I last put out a Titanshift list, is Castle Garenbrig, a card that Amulet Titan has picked up because, notably, it does ramp you to Titan. It lets you cast a Titan off 5 mana instead of 6. So you can theoretically turn 3 a Titan out of this deck by just going ramp spell, ramp spell. You can cast Primeval Titan on turn 3 with Castle Garenbrig. So that's pretty busted. That's pretty powerful. A ramp spell for no mana, that's a lot of utility that you get out of just like one land that doesn't cost you anything to play. You have no way to tutor it, unlike Amulet, but that's okay. You kind of want to just naturally draw it, and if you naturally draw it, you randomly have the upside of being able to turn through your Primeval Titan, which is just incredible. So it's a free include to the deck to play the first one, but the second one I think is so bad, given that they're not land typed, they're not like a mountain, that I don't think we can play more than one. But the first one is a free include and has a lot of upside. So you'll see that card has replaced the Sheltered Thicket and back down to 13 mountains. I was up at 14 for a while playing a Sheltered Thicket as a utility land. And the other pickup, I think, is Escape to the Wilds. Now, basically all the Titanshift players have picked up the one Castle Garenbrig, but no one really is playing the Escape to the Wilds, and I don't really understand why. Escape to the Wilds is a card that is very reminiscent of Commune with Lava, which is a card that I've played in Titanshift in the past. Part of the original list by Tian Wen, he had 2 in the main deck, and I played it in my top 8 list in the sideboard as a 2 of for the fair matchups. It's just one of your best cards against Jund. Being able to cast it on with 4 mana, just to basically draw 2 cards that couldn't be discarded was really, really powerful. And obviously it scales to the late game very well. And this card just is Commune with Lava, but way better. It lets you exile the top 5, which is basically a 7 mana Commune with Lava, right? Because it's 2 mana and X. So this is a rebate on 2 mana for Commune with Lava. And it lets you play an additional land this turn. This card is just kind of almost exactly what I've been looking for Titanshift for a while. There was times where I was talking with some Titanshift people, and I was like, honestly, I wish Urban Evolution was in red-green, because I feel like I would play that card. Like, it's just, like, exactly what I want to bridge to the late game. Like, if I'm not... You know, I can't usually pay off on turn 3 when I have 5 mana after playing ramp spells. So I want a card to bridge. I want a card that still ramps on turn 3. That way we know we're getting a kill on turn 4. And kind of accomplishes more. I want it to do more. I want it to do, like, further our game plan. And originally I thought Hour of Promise was going to fill this slot. I thought Hour of Promise was going to be the card that was going to do that. Being able to have a 5 mana, 2/2 Valakuts. It kind of lets you do a pseudo Titan on turn 3. You just don't get the Primeval Titan backup. But it's still, like, kind of like a payoff card that's still ramping. And so you can kind of treat it like a ramp spell. The problem was it was too much towards the ramp spell direction. Like, it wasn't enough of a payoff card to really count as payoff. And so it was just an overpriced ramp spell. And so Hour of Promise didn't really work out in the Titanshift deck in the 2 slots. We tried 2 in Titanshift for a while, and they just didn't really feel right. I have high hopes for Escape to the Wilds. Like I said, Commune Lava, a card that was a little bit better doing the payoff than the ramp, because you could play a land off of it, but didn't really ramp you. This card actually ramps you. Letting you play an additional land off of the 5 cards you're looking at is very, very powerful. So I have high hopes for this Escape to the Wilds card. I don't know why people aren't talking about it at all when it comes to Titanshift, and we're going to try 2 in the main deck, and we're going to hope that we can draw them and actually cast them. To that end of it being a payoff card, I have cut the 11th payoff. Because these kind of bridge into the payoff slot. And I cut, I believe, an additional ramp spell. That or an interact as well. No, I cut the sweeper. So I cut the Sweltering Suns because I don't think interacting really matters that much. And I think Mwonvuli Acid-Moss kind of bridges our interaction spot with our ramp spot right now as well. So these are like 3 very strange spots that haven't existed in Titanshift before. Previously, I've categorized all my cards as lands, interaction, ramp spells, and payoff. And, like, that's just, like, what we did. And then I tried to, like, play Mwonvuli Acid-Moss as a pseudo-interactive piece that was also, like, a ramp spell. And it was fairly good there. Overall, it was just an overpriced ramp spell and an overpriced... Like, it was just kind of overcosted for both things it did. And it wasn't really that good. We're still playing the 1 because I think there's so much big mana that we have to. But I think this is honestly the worst card in our deck. But we still have this, like, this other slot that's kind of like a ramp spell plus payoff card that just doesn't really fit into the categories that I used to categorize my cards in Titanshift for. And I'm not really sure what that does to my deck and what that does to my sideboarding. I'm just going to kind of try to figure it out on the fly. Shouldn't be too hard to adjust to. But it is something that's, like, when we're thinking about the construction of Titanshift decks, it's kind of weird to figure out what we're going to cut for these cards, because we want to cut, like, we definitely want to cut at least a payoff because these are bridging to the payoffs, but, like, they're also a ramp spell, but I don't really want to cut a ramp spell for it because they're an overcosted ramp spell, so I ended up cutting an interactive piece, and we'll see if I just end up being, like, too linear of a deck that can't interact enough and is just going to be slower than the other big mana, which is my primary concern with Titanshift going into this weekend, is that Amulet Titan with the upgrade of Once Upon a Time is just going to be a better deck than Titanshift. So, all of that information spew to say this Titanshift list is very similar to the last one I streamed. You can go find it in my last video on YouTube to find some of the opinions about that deck, and you can chain back. I've produced a lot of Titanshift content. Overall, this is very similar, but I think that Lightning Bolt's a little bit better than it was, and I think that Escape to the Wilds and Castle Garenbrig are 2 cards that I'm really interested to try in Titanshift, because I think that at least Castle Garenbrig for sure, and probably Escape to the Wilds, I think they're both very good in this deck, and I'm just excited to try them both out. Let's see. If I know you could theoretically get turn 3 Titan with using Castle, without Castle, using Grazer. Yeah, you can. I had 5 lands in turn 2 one game. That's sicko. Hey, buddy, how do you like those Cardox chairs? This is not a Cardox chair, actually. This is a Secret Lab chair. But the Cardox chairs in the feature match area are quite comfortable. I slept in them over the weekend. It was a good time. But I think I actually, don't tell Cardox, but I think I might like the Secret Lab chair better. It's close. I think I like the Cardox chairs better, just nostalgia-wise, because I'm playing feature matches when I'm playing them. All right, either way, enough odd flexing. Let's talk about the sideboard, because I've done some heinous things to the sideboard. The sideboard. So, things that are the same are these, and I guess these. So, from last time I played, hey, and Map, thank you much for the follow, I really appreciate it. From the last time I streamed Titanshift, Damping Sphere is still a great card. Big mana, still very relevant. Tron, Amulet, and even PO, like now the Paradoxical Outcome deck, we want Damping Sphere against them because it's going to function as a sphere effect. It's going to tax their mana. I don't see any Flame Slash. Flame Slash is not very good in this deck right now. But yeah, Damping Sphere, pretty good. Something to note in my deck, I plan on being cold to Ashiok forever. Like, I'm going to lose to that card, and I don't plan on fixing that anytime soon. Like, I'm just going to die to Ashiok Dreamrender. That's fine. Fine by me. I'm not going to play around it. But, back to it. 3 Damping Sphere, been good for a while. Still like it. Honestly, there's an argument to the 4th, but I'm already on 4 Baloth, which we'll talk about in a second, and I just don't really have room for it at the moment. But if it turns out to be like, I just want the 4th one of these, then I'm not above just like making this kind of swap. Caustic Caterpillar, still preferred over Rex Sage. The mana investment one at a time, like, it's easier to cast, and being able to use it at instant speed has always been pretty relevant to me, and it's something that you can Summoners Pact for. Force of Vigor rounds out the other enchantment hate, at least, and bridges the artifact hate with Collector Ouphe, so this is all kind of the artifact enchantment hate package. 2 of these are pactable for, and, you know, we're going to want to... They're fine to draw still, but overall I think Force of Vigor is the best card that you can have if you're not able to, like, tutor it up. So, like, if we didn't have Summoners Pacts, these would probably be, like, 3 Force of Vigors or whatever, and maybe, like, an Engineered Explosives or something. But because we can tailor our sideboard tutor threats, or tutorable targets for our Summoners Pacts, we are playing a Collector Ouphe and a Caustic Caterpillar, Force of Vigors, etc. Then we have Veil of Summers, which I had in the past. These are for, like, Blue, White, Shadow, Jund, all the decks trying to interact with you. It's a card that finally is serviceable enough on its own that also just, like, beats all of the interactive decks. So the deck's trying to counter you, you can just Veil of Summer them. The deck's trying to beat you at discard, Veil of Summer them. The deck's trying to, like, blow up your land with Fulminator Mages, Veil of Summer them. This card is really good in our deck, and I'm excited to play 2 of them. So, love Veil of Summer, big fan. Probably going to keep 2 of them for the foreseeable future. Now I have the Who Hurt You package, and the answer is Burn. Burn and Jund are both fairly popular, and Shadow's also quite popular, so I've gone up from the 3rd Baloth to the 4th. I think the card is incredible right now. I considered putting one in the main deck, but I didn't really think it was good enough to make the cut, which is the same conclusion I reached last time I streamed Titanshift. But I still think the card's really well positioned, and one of the best things I can be casting naturally on turn 4 with 4 mana at all. Especially in, like, the burn matchup. Like, I think oftentimes casting a Baloth is more impactful to the game than casting a Primeval Titan on turn 4 against burn, which is wild. Because, like, being able to put a 4/4 blocker into play and gain 4 life just is better at beating your opponent's game plan, aka Burn's game plan, than it is, like, than Primeval Titan is. Because a lot of times you'll just tap out for Primeval Titan and they'll just untap and use their last burn spells to kill you. Whereas Baloth doesn't let them do that. And you can also cast it earlier, so it's just so nice. Baloth great. And then, if you notice, there's no graveyard hate at all. I have no respect for the graveyard decks. I'm going to die to them. If it's Storm, I'm just going to hope Damping Sphere is enough. If it's Dredge, we're going to hope Anger is enough. But Anger also bridges to, like, the creature matchups, so, like, think Humans, if that still exists. What's it called? The Devoted Druid deck, if that exists, then, like, Anger's our card. But, like, Anger's just kind of there as a cop-out because I didn't want to play Graveyard Hate, so we're playing 2 Anger the Gods. And that's the sideboard, honestly. It's like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cards. And I just put the Ouphe back. Nice. Good job, Drake. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with my sideboard. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty simplistic. Like, all the cards make sense for where they go and when. And I think it's going to be... I think my deck's pretty good. So, let's dive in. Any thoughts on playing Golos to fetch Valakut? Welcome, Chad. Greatness at any cost. Golos aficionado, if you will. He is obsessed with Golos. And you could follow his Golostron testing on Twitter at DigConfidant. There you go. I plugged you. You get plugged on a YouTube video, too. All right, I want to play this. All right. Let's see. I'm very interested in trying out the Urza PO matchup. I think Becky said she beat that deck a multitude of times over the weekend, and except she lost to Roshan at some point, which is the person that got second, and we're actually going to be playing Roshan's PO list later. But I want to see how Titanshift is positioned against PO. If it feels good, I don't know. Maybe we'll play Titanshift this weekend. Can also fetch Field of the Dead. Wow, I didn't know that. Standard players had no idea. Literally me. I have 0 graveyard hate in my Shadow deck. That makes me wonder if, like, Storm is good. Like, traditional blue-red Storm. Golostron? Yeah, exactly. That's the question you should be having. That sounds awful. Look, Shadow's figured it out. What's wrong with you, greatness? Hey, Wolf. How are you? Get enough sleep? You look tired in those Caradox chairs. Yeah, I was quite tired. That was one of the longest tournaments I've ever played in my life. Like, not only... What is Moto doing? Not only was there no buys, like, normally I have the privilege of having buys because I'm very lucky. But there was no buys, and the Golos mirrors took forever. And so, like, me playing the blue fair deck was still done before the Golos deck was. We're on the draw, but this hand's kind of good. I kind of want to keep this. It's kind of risky. 2 payoffs kind of sucks. Because we have more critical mass of payoffs, I actually think I'm going to mulligan this. Like, this CMC is just too high. It's kind of a tough keeper mull, though, because, like, with any land draw step that isn't this, like the fetch land with the Colony Art Expedition is just so good. I don't know. We're in a London mulligan world. I'm just going to mulligan. Look at that. Escape to the Wilds. Looking good. Keep. Ship a fetch, probably. Sure. We'll ship a fetch. This hand's good. Happy with this hand. Excited that we get to try out Escape to the Wilds already. This looks like the mirror because it's not burned. Ooh, Explorer was a great pickup. I guess we want to grab a mountain. Let's play Verdant so they're not onto us. What does that card do? Also a reasonable question. Unfortunately, we're probably going to lose the mirror because we're on the draw. Being on the draw is no bueno. Stomping Ground. Nope. I just feel sad for mulliganing that, what's it called? The words that make sense. Mulliganing the Mwonvuli Acid-Moss. So we have to, like, ask ourselves which is better here, the Explorer or the Sakura-Tribe Elder. I think the answer is the Explorer, just because we have a bunch of lands in hand, and, like, the Explorer is going to expire faster than the Sakura-Tribe Elder will, so we're going to play the Explorer. Yeet. Another Explorer, eh? And now this is sweet. This lets us play 2 ramp spells on turn 4, so we're in good shape. And the Explorer is still live next turn, so the second Explorer is still good. The problem here is we're not able to escape to the wilds on 3, which is a pretty good argument. Oh, white? What the fuck? They have played no lands. Oh my god, they missed. Alright, they are dead AF. Scorpion Death Drop. What the hell of a name. Thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Oh god, Mitch, help. Look at you, you have a little tree. Bring to light Scapeshift, you think dealing damage? I mean, they don't play Explore, right? It's just like Naya Shift, I think. Although the fact they missed their land drop, should have played 28 lands. Obviously, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Let's explore. We have 2 land drops to make. Alright, well, we just drew a Titan because we're very talented. No, I wanted to cast Escape to the Wilds. This is lame. Alright, go. Ghost Reaper, 1992. Thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Bring to light. I don't think they're bring to light, chat. They drew the 4th land. Am I getting Acid-Mossed? Bloodbraid Elf. What year is it? Oh god, it's Renegade right here. But it doesn't have Revolt, right? I don't think it has Revolt. Oh, that's so bad. But we get to see their deck. Yeah, they're just like Naya Shift. Yeah, they're just Naya Shift. This is like a Becky Adelman deck. Block. Look at me getting rewarded. Oh. For holding the Sakura-Tribe Elder. So we already have access to 5 mountains via this Wooded Foothills. So we should fetch a forest. Yeah, we should fetch a forest. I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think we're fetching a forest. Alright, go. Yep. Yeet. Oh my god. Well, I wanted to cast Escape to the Wilds, but now we don't get to, so F in the chat. Yeet. Let's grab a Cinder Glade. Play a titty. One huge double D titty. Got it. Nope. Valakut. Valakut. And fetch land, we'll hold it up. We got instant speed, 2 bolts, so don't hate to see it. And then they're going to die AF next turn, and we didn't get to cast Escape to the Wilds. Sad panda. I wanted to cast it. It's probably busted. Let's see if they will continue playing. Shockingly, they did not. To talk about this game, I do actually want to talk about this game. They missed their land drop, right? Like game 1, they missed their land drop. But this is exactly why Bloodbraid Elf is not playable in this deck, right? Imagine, if you would, if this was just an explosive vegetation. Hunting wilds, who cares? Imagine if you paid 4 mana, and instead of getting a 3/2 body, you got 2 lands. They'd be at 6 mana here. I could die, because they could play 7th land, Scapeshift me, and I'm dead. I'm at 18. Instead, they played a Bloodbraid Elf. And what did that Bloodbraid Elf do? Hit a 3/2 that didn't even grab a land because they didn't draw a fetch land. Like, okay, I get it. That was kind of the nut low. But even if they had grabbed 1 land, right? Like, even if this hit the land, they went land 5, they could play land 6, but it's pretty hard for them to kill me without, like, they need more things. They need to search for more. They had 6 cards in hand. If this was just literally an explosive vegetation, I'm fearing for my life. Instead, I ranched them. That's why Bloodbraid Elf is not good in Titanshift. I hashed that out many years ago when I made my top 8 when Bloodbraid Elf was actually very big. But the problem with Bloodbraid Elf is that best case scenario, it hits a ramp spell, which is only 1 land, and you got 1 land and a 3/2. The thing about Titanshift is you'd rather just have 2 fucking lands. You don't want the 3/2. You don't care that much. The plan B is not that good, and it makes your plan A so much worse. As for the mirror, it's the mirror. Don't really think I want like anything. I don't think I'm making any changes. I think I'm clicking submit. They're playing my meme. Hey, how's it going, Becky? Everybody, welcome Becky to the chat. This is her deck we're playing against. This hand is very good. Okay. Valakut, go. Nice turn 1. I'll probably reciprocate. Ooh. Field of the Dead is an awkward one. It doesn't really matter. I think we're going to leave on Valakut anyway. Usually they have ley lines. Oh, shit. Probably should have thought about that. I could die to that. No, I Field of the Dead. Don't care. Don't care. This turn we're going to fetch. We're going to have to fetch more than once, so our life total doesn't matter that much. So we're going to fetch and shock. And we're going to play our Explore. And we're going to put our Field of the Dead in play. Fetch, shock, Explore. Oh, never mind. We're going to put Valakut into play. Right? 4 mountains. That lets us grab 2. Yeah, okay. This is awkward, though, because it means we have to grab more mountains. Whoa, what's this banana? It's a banana! Bananas are great. Board Painter's Servant and Veil for that fake lethal. That sounds like a lot of work, Wolf. That sounds like a lot of effort. They have no ramp spells. Does this just mean they have Acid-Moss or just like a pile of Bloodbraid Elves? It's kind of what it means to me. Green, Sack Daddy. We have to go a mountain with that? That's so fucking awkward. Let's play this. So this is land 4, 5. We have Titan next turn. You don't hate to see it. You don't hate to see it, chat. You don't hate to see it. Just 4 lands, go, huh? It'd be like that sometimes. Always grab full arts. Always grab full arts. Let's grab a Cinder Glade. Okay. Sack Daddy. Don't want Sack Daddy. Fetch. Grab a basic mountain. No, we have to grab the variety name. Green, green, red, red. Titty.
Alright, would you like to use Big Titty's ability? See, I would. Let's grab Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground. Pay 2 life. No, no. You. You. Still you. And definitely you. Always yes. Always yes. Oh, fuck. Always yes. Where are you going? We were playing a competitive game of Magic. I don't understand.
Okay, I don't know what the hell they kept. They definitely should have clicked the mulligan button. What are your thoughts on the BNR date? Could mess with a bunch of people going to SCG Atlanta if they ban Urza or Opal? I agree, Exterminator. I'm actually really worried about that because there's a good chance, I mean, I'm testing Urza later on tonight, and there's a good chance I play Urza this weekend if I find it's busted, right? Like, if I play it, find it's busted, then I'm going to have to find the deck and play it, and then, like, finding the deck may encompass buying it, which would be frustrating, and then if they ban it, then I have to, like, somehow scramble to test for a tournament, like for a Modern tournament, when, like, they shook it up, and I'd rather just be learning a new Modern deck the whole time. I'm kind of tired of how quickly Modern's changing. Like, normally I don't mind that much as, like, a grinder that can, like, has access. Like, I'm pretty enfranchised. I could play quite a bit of decks. I'm not saying this to flex. I'm saying this to say I'm pretty privileged and can play a lot of different decks. And yet still, even I'm tired of trying to find, like, cards. I can only imagine the hell that, like, your average FNM, like, goer is having to suffer through right now. This hand sucks. London Mulligan. This hand's better. But by how much? Anyways, yeah, basically I'm just saying, like, it's kind of, like, you're doing a little too much damage to, like, the FNM Modern community. This is actually really tough. Like, do we keep this? And if so, what do we bottom? Is a really tough question. I think the answer is yes to keeping this. We have... I don't think we're bottoming any of the ramp. It's between Omen to bottom and Wilds, I think. Escape to the Wilds or Prismatic Omen. And the problem is I don't know how good this card is. Can't search turn 1? That's fine. We'll search on turn 2. We're just like playing a turn behind. Like the fact we're on the play I think means we're okay with this hand. Meh, I'd mull? Are you mulling this? Really? I think the average person just doesn't change main deck, just the sideboard. It's fair. I hope it's just Field of the Dead and Astrolabe or if I'm in Pauper. They're not making any changes to Pauper. They don't give a crap about that format. I hated Modern Horizons. I added too many good cards to the format. Yeah, I mean, I liked Modern Horizons because very rarely do you get that kind of Christmas Brewer's Paradise thing going on in Eternal formats. And that was a nice thing to experience, but it did cause a lot of turmoil for the FNM community. I always lose with 2-tap lands. Not abusing KHE sucks. I think KHE is pretty good in this hand, because like the Search for Tomorrow is going to put a counter on it. If we draw a fetch land, it's immediately active, and it's broken, right? I think I'm going to try this hand. Okay, we're going to try. And we're going to bottom... I think we're going to bottom Omen. I think Omen doesn't play this plan. Like, if we stumble a little bit, this Escape is going to be good. And that makes me want to keep it. Whereas, if we stumble, Prismatic Omen's just, like, dead the whole time. Prismatic Omen just looks win more in every situation in this hand. I think I'm actually bottoming Prismatic. There's a bunch of things you could like complain at me for, but I think this hand looks okay to me. Boop. Where's Arclight Phoenix? Haven't seen it in a while. Exactly, Wolf, right? Like, that was really frustrating. Like, that was a deck that I put a lot of time into and fell in love with, was the Phoenix deck, and yet, oh, Breeding Pool? What the fuck are we on? Oh, shit. Amulet? Christ. We're probably not beating Amulet with this hand. And a Titan is one of the worst possible draws. Alright, well, we want to draw... A fetch land is the nut next turn. Because it means we get to, like, kill... We still get to, like, Titan on turn 4. But this is going to be a tough one to win. Especially if this is an Amulet. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we're okay. Someone who's considering buying Urza and Opals for SCG Atlanta will no longer be doing that. Exactly, Exterminator. It's just, like, it creates so much volatility in, like... Magic, and like that's just not healthy for the average player. Like the players that you're really selling cards to, it just doesn't help. Like it's kind of fun and neat for me, but even I don't have the time to test that much. You gonna Ghost Quarter me? Okay, buddy. Always yield. Alright, we need to draw land. Did not. We're not dead, but like we need them to stumble pretty hard. If we miss again, I think we're dead. Because next turn, if we hit any land, I can Pact for a Sakura-Tribe Elder and turn everything on. And they're still a turn off Titan, and they don't have Amulet, so we have time. Oh shit! Never mind. Now they have Titan. Well, that's bad. Now we're just dead. Okay, maybe not. Actually, there's a chance we're not dead. So we do have the Scapeshift in hand, which is kind of nice. And so we'll take a hit for like 1 million, but that's fine. We can take a hit for 1 million. This is like a pretty slow draw from them. Even though they turn 3 Titan, like, I don't think we're going to die until turn 4 or 5. And, like, our combo goes over the top of theirs. The problem is if they tutor Pact and Negation, we're in trouble. And we need to obviously hit a land. Like, fetch land's ideal. Because then I think they are actually dead. Let's see, fetch land is 3rd land, 4th land, 5th land. Cast train. Sorry, chat, this is train. God, that is obnoxious. I don't think we're winning with Primeval Titan, right? We're just winning with Scapeshift, so it doesn't really matter what we grab, and I'd rather have more green sources than not have green sources, so let's do that. Always yes, always yield. Alright, we drew the land. So... 4th land, 5th land, 6th land. We pay 4 mana. We can draw 7th land, but that's not good enough. Well, we are at 18. So we need to not die here, and then we need to not die on the next turn, which seems like it's asking for kind of a lot. Or we could just hope to spike again. So, like, our plays here are... God, I wish I had the Prismatic Omen, right? No, I don't. I don't care about the Prismatic Omen. It would not have done anything. So we play a land, put a second counter on a Khalni or an Expedition. Pass. They untap, hit us for 1,000. Who cares? Maybe gain some life. That actually matters a lot. If we hit a land, we get to go Khalni or Expedition, crack, grab 2 lands. Go up to 7 and Scapeshift them. 18. They have so much mana. Why do they have so much mana? So they can give the other Titan haste next turn, I think. As long as they have a white land in hand. I don't know. I don't think we're winning by tutoring a Sakura-Tribe Elder, so let's just play this tapped. And pass. We still need to pay for the Pact? Oh, shit. Fuck. Whatever. You're probably right. That probably means that we're supposed to Sakura, right? Because that means they're probably not Titaning this turn? They pay for Pact. Huh. Maybe I fucked this up. Although they can just grab Pact and Negation, right? And that's just, like, bad for us. We should get hit by a Titan 1 million times. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Alright, sure. Yeah, if they draw the Rex Sage, we're very dead. We'll take a draw step, why not? Maybe we get to play Escape to the Wilds. We'll see if that card can bail us out. I mean, honestly, I'm talking mad shit. But, like, if we draw a land and cast Escape to the Wilds, like, this game isn't over. This game isn't over. Okay, take 6, go to 14. Transmute, Titty, land, everything's fine. Okay, well, we missed. Damn it! I wanted to cast this card. Man, everything went about as bad as possible. I feel so invalidated on my hand keep. Draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play land. Sack Daddy. I don't know. Maybe we live. We probably don't. Yeet. Do we want Force of Vigor for amulets? I don't think we do. That seems like a trap, but it's okay. Here comes Damping Sphere to the rescue, right? Bolts, I think, are atrocious. I just kind of want to do this. Just, like, keep the main game plan the same. We have Acid-Moss and Damping Spheres and hope that's good enough. Call it a day. It's not calculated by any means, but fuck it. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in answers to Amulet, but that just seems so narrow. But the games they are beating us are the games where they have Amulets. So that's a real argument to having something like this in our deck. Nah. We'll just mulligan bad hands. Alright, this hand's a snap keep. We take these. This hand is great. And this is another reason why Explorer is great. Explorer is so fucking good in this hand. Imagine if these were like Farseeks. This hand would look so fucking terrible. Instead, Explore. Explorer's broken. Sneep. Is Bolt better than Field of the Dead? I just like Field of the Dead to compete with like their Field of the Dead, right? Is that bad? That might be bad. Maybe we're supposed to got Field of the Dead. You might be right. It might be better. I'm willing to cede that may be something I screwed up. Leading on Forest is a little loosey-goosey, but I think it keeps us from dying to a turn 3. Like, turn 3 single amulet. I just don't want to get turn 3'd. Once upon a time. You got it, Famo. Is that Chad Dark? Dank _ Confidant Harney. It is in fact. In before turn 2. I made sure. The games we're losing are the ones when we get turn 2. They got a T-West. You got it. Forest, play Duder. Oh, no Duder. Just more look at the top 5s. They just looked at the top 10 cards in the library. They cast a Dig Through Time for 1 mana. Did you know that? Do you know that, chat? What the fuck is this card? Who printed this shit? So miserable. Oh, Yield. Maybe we should be playing Once Upon a Time in Titanshift. Huh. That's pretty good. Explore. This is going to hurt. We need mountains in case we draw Primeval Titan as our payoff card, so we're just going to take 1,000 damage, and I feel like an idiot for my turn 1 land. It'd be like that sometimes, I suppose. Yeet. Go! Lanowick? 96, thank you much for the follow, I really appreciate it. Now to draw payoff? We'll draw it. We have like 2 draw steps, 3 draw steps at it. We got time. We got time, chat. Look, they're just putting a stupid thing in play. It's fine. Everything's fine. They probably can't even, they're probably gonna like Azusa next turn or whatever. Something irrelevant. And then we'll just kill them. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great! Cast. Grab a basic mountain. Always grab full arts. Okay. Yeet. Explore. Jesus. Huh. So we can put 2 lands in play this turn. We put this land, and that puts me up to 4 mountains. We'll grab a 5th mountain. We have a 6th mountain dialed up. So it's fine to play this. Unfortunately, it means I think I have to play this. Alright. Look at that. The Field of the Dead could have been a lightning bolt. And we could have bolted this Azusa they're about to play. And that would have been good. Instead, we're doing bad stuff. What a nerd. So how's Escape to the Wilds of the deck so far? Well, so far it was extraneous and uncastable. So that's what it's been so far. I mean, we just haven't needed it. Like, it'd be great here, right? Like, we draw it as a payoff card. Would have been great this turn because we could have cast it. But, I mean, like, I actively wanted to draw it that turn, right? Because I could have just, like, shocked in or, like, played Cinder Glade and cast it. We would have played our 6th land and maybe had a payoff card for next turn. So it would have been a fantastic draw step there. But we didn't draw it. Instead, we drew Fiddle in it. So, I don't know. Overall, it's been fine. Wait, so who's the ramp deck here, Kappa? I mean, we're both big mana decks. All's fair in big mana and tap lands, I suppose. Alright.
Cast this. Go grab Snow-Covered Mountain. Yeet. Grab a payoff card. That is not a payoff card. 5 lands with different names. This could be the 6th land with different names. Yeet.
Alright, we have 2 zombies dialed up next turn, chat. Busted. I give you busted. Golly. That was a pretty sad turn 4. Do they have Azusa? They have to have Azusa, right? Once upon a time. Jeez, what did they keep? My opponent also did not find the mulligan button. There's an Azusa. Well, they have Azusa dialed up next turn, but they don't have an amulet. Do they think they just have Disdainful Stroke? They might just have Disdainful Stroke. Shall we find out if they have Disdainful Stroke? I mean, no sense holding anything. Blurp. Blurp. If this gets countered, then I feel very validated for having Escape to the Wilds in my deck. Okay. Make a zombie. Figured that was going to happen. Not at all surprised. Now I feel very, very validated for having Escape to the Wilds. Because Escape to the Wilds... Is there anything I can actually fetch that is like a different name? I can fetch the Snow-Covered Forest. Pact. Okay. So they have their own Titan. We need to draw another Primeval Titan. We need to draw another payoff card. Though they do have to pay for Pact. So we do have an extra turn. We have 2 turns to look at it. Escape to the Wilds, Titans, Scapeshifts, Pacts. All good draws. Maybe we should have waited. Like, if I just waited till this turn, we could have resolved their Titan. But I don't know. They may not have gone for it, right? They may have just, like, held it up. It's results-oriented. Does field count itself? Yeah, it counts itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we have Infinity Mountains. So this can go grab Snow-Covered Forest, and we get another zombie. Snow-Covered Forest. And we can actually triple block the Primeval Titan next turn. Yeah, well, alright. It'd be like that sometimes. Zombies! Your turn! Okay, I guess we'll just block it. And you have to pay for Pacts? I'm more than happy to throw my zombies at this Titan. This is kind of sweet. This Field of the Dead's doing some things. It is not irrelevant. It is much worse than a Valakut would be, I admit. But it is still relevant. Is this an Asusa? Uwusa. Oh, it's a T-West. Probably grabbing a Pact negation? Fine by me. Oh, Ghost Quarter? Puke. So freaking rude.
What do we not want to draw? All of it. Just go grab a Stomping Ground. Nope. Okay. Yes. How many mountains are left in our deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Maybe I don't want to grab a mountain. Kind of within the deck, though. Yeah, whatever. Scapeshift still kills. We're grabbing 2 Valakuts anyway. Block. Oh, you don't want to attack? What's the problem? Farseek. I don't even really want to cast that. Maybe we attack. We attack, we get 6 damage through. No, we don't attack. Okay. Go.
We'll hold the Farseek the turn we hopefully draw a... Make another Titan. You got another one? T-West, you got it. Why are you not grabbing Pact negation? It cannot be the Pact negation. the only one on Nova that streams that Dirty Ginger? No, both Allie and Aaron Barrett stream. I think Jess does too. Talaria West. Did you use Talaria West for another Talaria West? What? Hello? What? What is happening? What are you doing? Okay. What the fuck? They just grabbed the Talaria West. With the Talaria West. Chat, help. What? Block. 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 Chat, what the fuck are they doing? I feel like my opponent's just kind of making decisions at random. Asusa, you got it, famo. Cast Melee Mage named Melee Mage happens to the best of us. But, like, does it? Like, you have to intentionally click on it. Maybe I'm just stupid. I've drawn 2 of my remaining mountains. Okay, go. Should I hold it? Yeah, I think it's just to hold all my mountains. You're playing in Sparky. Thinning. Thinning is broken. I mean, maybe they didn't know. I don't know. It didn't really matter because, like, they're going to get a mana rebate, but there's just, like, one less Talaria West in their deck. So this Titan gets haste. Does it get first strike? It gets vigilance and haste. So we can block, save on some life in case we draw our own Titan. But they're just going to give it double strike next turn. But we can kill their Titan with our Titan. I think we're blocking, which is why I didn't attack. I mean, if I'm not blocking, not attacking looks really stupid. So I guess we're just going to commit to our mistake and block. Can they give double strike this turn? They might be able to, actually. 1 mana, rebate, 2, 3. If they grab... No, they don't have enough lands. Okay. Sounds like you should draw a Scapeshift. Apply a skill to affected area. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing. That's what we're going to try to do. Scapeshift is a hell of a kill right now. Although, it's about to not be. Block. Hell, if they attack with the Zuzu, we'll probably block with that. They didn't. What a punt. Why do they not have their own Field of the Dead? Go grab your Field of the Dead. Kill me. Get me dead. You're giving me draw steps that you don't need to give me. You did not grab your Field of the Dead. What are you doing? Block. Go to, like, 7, which means we survive a titty hit. Which is kind of nice. Jardim WT, thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Alright. Any payoff card, be super. Man, like I said, I did run mine into stroke. That kills me, right? Yeah, just give it double strike. We're wasting our time here. Oh no, we missed! Maybe I should have held it. But I think they would have held up mana the whole time, and I wanted to jam and start working through the counter spells. But the Field of the Dead held down the fort for a long time. And we had more payoff cards than usual to draw to, which is kind of funny. Scapeshift off the top. I mean, could have been anything. Could have been Escape to the Wilds. Could have been, like, why does it keep doing this? This is so frustrating. Moto, are you kidding me? Anyways. Could have been Escape to the Wilds. Could have been Summoner's Pact. Could have been Titan. Could have been Scapeshift. We tried. Sand's reasonable. Only one ramp spell is kind of a tilt, but we have a Castle Garenbrig, so I think I'm still going to keep it. Hey, we're playing against Cat Light. Ooh, ooh. Could have gotten a little good. Yeah, I should have drawn better. 5-head. I mean, I don't think the aim of the match is very good. Becky says she, like, crushes it, but I don't even think the match is very good to begin with. And it's just, like, so weak against a deck that doesn't fetch shock. think it's probably good against most decks that fetch shock. That may be a little ridiculous, but I think like most of the decks that like are fetching lands, like you're pretty okay with, right? Like, what are your bad matchups? Stack base combo. We getting spirited? Yikers. Yeah, let's play the castle tapped, I guess. Maybe that's dumb, because, like, this could have grabbed a forest, but, like, I don't know that I want to sequence like that. What? I don't think it's super relevant. Boggles? No, Cat's probably playing spirits. Cat is the spirit queen. And likely is playing spirits. I don't know how our spirits matchup is. Probably really bad. Now that we cut all the sweepers from the main deck, it's probably a lot worse. Maybe this is a Stoneforge Mystic? Are we that deep in the rabbit hole? Never impressed by Amulet. I've only gotten my first one return ever. Well, it's still good. Nah, Druid, she tweeted about wanting to play it. Alright, well, Druid's also kind of scary. Does this turn 4 Titan? So if we play tap the Valakut, suspend search. Hey, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. Is that way we can just light up a turn 4 kill? We have 2 ramp spells that gives us 6 mana. Okay, so we should play Sakura-Tribe Elder this turn, I think. Because we want to be able to play a 2 mana ramp spell if we draw it. And we can't do that if we suspend this, right? Like, we can play 3rd land, or we can play 2nd land, grab 3rd land, untap, play 4th land, grab 5th land, use that 5th land to cast a 2-drop. So this lets us play a 2-drop if we draw it. And if we don't, we can just Valakut. So, let's play our Mountain. Play our Sack Daddy. Sack Father. The fact that she didn't have Druid on 2, this is probably just an Eldrami's call, which is why she cast it like this. So we're probably going to need to draw a Lightning Bolt, or we're probably dead. But cutting all the sweepers is yucky. I mean, against the Devoted Druid deck, it sure as hell is. So she's probably going to Eldrami's call here for the Devoted Druid, play the Devoted Druid, and then we need to draw a Bolt. Because our Valakut's going to be too slow to come online. That's the problem with this matchup, is if you don't draw a Bolt, their Goldfish is faster than ours. Devoted Druid resolves. Yup. This is one of those times being on Twitter wasn't useless. I mean, it didn't change anything. I would still sequence the same way. I was basically entirely goldfishing, but yeah, I guess it's fair. Bolt! Damn, we're dead. We tried. Cast. Grab a mountain. So if we play a Valakut, we can play our 4th mountain and we get 2 bolts next turn. So, yeah, because this fetches a Cinder Glade, we play Titan. Okay, yeah, we get 2 bolts. So we'll have access to a lot of lightning bolts, but we're not getting another turn. So, rip us. One turn too slow. Now, if we could have played the Titan on turn 3 with this Castle Garenbrig, then like maybe we were okay. That would require me to have the search in the opening hand, right? Like if I hadn't drawn the search later, we would have been able to suspend it on 1, Sack Daddy on 2, turn 3, Castle, activate Titan, kill this. Tilt. Let us pray. I'm pretty confident we're dead. This hand was hella slow out of her. Like, this is turn 4, and I haven't interacted with her. If we don't die, I'd be shocked. Utterly shocked. I might build Turbo Druid. The deck's a little weak to removal, but it's fair. Is 4 mana we Cocoing for it? We might Coco for it. No, never mind. Yep, that's fine. Don't care. I care a lot. Okay. Do you have the payoff, the payoff, the payoff? Because, like, the one of the payoffs is white, right? Like, Eldrami's Call's white. The Stoneforge Mystic thing is white. I don't know. We'll wait and see what she has. It might just be a finale, which we will concede to. Or it could be... If she just casts the Ballista and, like, she can pump it at instant speed, and so I'm fine with if she just casts it on 2, I would have conceded as well. Hopefully, she will cast it soon. It's a lot of mana. Alright. We did. As expected, we died. Alright. Sideboarding isn't exactly going to be Galaxy Brain. We're going to bring in sweepers. Hope that they're good enough. Congrats on Justice G. Philly. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Would you play Fires of Invention in Standard? I'd probably not. I'd probably play Golos. I mean, maybe there's like a Golos build that plays it, right? Maybe I'd try that. But I haven't played a ton of Standard. What does Finale get there? It doesn't matter. Her creatures get +21/+21 or whatever, right? So, let us pray miracles happen, right? They get like +20/+20 in haste, so it just doesn't really matter at all. She can just kill us with attacking. None of these cards are good. So, let's cut the bad cards. The worst payoff is Summer's Pact by a lot. Escape to the Wilds and Mwonvuli Acid-Moss look pretty bad to me, so I think I'm just going to trim those and ship it. Yep. Keep all the 2-mana cheap ramp, keep all the interaction, and keep the best payoff cards. Yep. Was it a good nap? It was fantastic, Shadows. Have to kill Vizier every time. I mean, you have to kill, what's it called? The stupid... Devoted Druid. Jeez, words are hard. Chat, help. Yeah. So you have to kill Devoted Druid basically on site. And, like, that was a slow Devoted Druid. It's my own fault for, like, cutting interaction, right? Like, I cut the stupid Angers. Because, like, I don't need to kill any creatures on this format. Nobody's playing creatures. Might want Ouphe to hit Ballista and Bow. Yeesh. That seems rough. I mean, Zal, that's a point. I don't like it, though. I don't like that. That's boo. Because the Bow... Ugh. Jeez. That's rough. That's rough. Because, like, if they just don't draw that as their payoff, they have any other payoff, like the Finale, we just die, and I feel like an idiot for having this 2/2 throughout the entire game in my hand. It's like it could randomly work, but nah, I think that's too high variance. Ads over. I should run ads. That's what I should do. Well, this hand doesn't have a Bolt in it, but it has 2 ramp spells and a Valakut. Can we mulligan this? We could just die on turn 3. I mean, we're not just mulliganing to removal, right? Like, are we willing to mull to 6 for removal? And risk having, like, an unplayable hand? I don't think so. We're just hope to get lucky. What I've noticed about this so far, having played against Amulet and now Devoted Druid, is that Modern is just, like, a turn faster than Titanshift, it feels like. Oh, well, Cat mulliganed. It's just, like, very frustrating that this deck maybe isn't fast enough, which is kind of dumb, because we're killing people on 4 when we actually haven't. I guess we haven't yet. We haven't killed anybody on turn 4 in this league, have we? Maybe even these upgrades aren't enough for this deck. How did you win so many games, Becky? Where are you? How did you win so many games? For real, though, there aren't any creatures in this format all of a sudden. Yeah, I mean, because the creatures that do exist don't die to Bolt. Look at fucking Urza. The card just doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. And then, like, what are you going to do? Bolt Emery? That card got ATB value. We have a Valakut that we want to turn online as quickly as possible, so we're going to fetch Shock because life total doesn't matter. This Forest and these Field that are looking pretty stupid right about now. We're going to want to grab as many mountains as we can. So, like, all of my beginning lands are going to grab mountains. We're going to hope to spike a mountain. And try to, like, shoot something on turn 5 or whatever. Like an Explorer. We need, like, an Explorer for that to happen. Thoughtseize. Oh, no, we're getting Thoughtseize. That's a puke. No, we're not. Why did she fetch black, then? She has a bop. You got it, girl. Oh, yields. Good one? KHE. That's a damn good one. That qualifies, chat. That qualifies. This lets us interact, I think. So we grab Mountain. I don't know. I haven't done the math, but we're definitely playing it. So we grab Mountain off this. First counter, 2 mountains. Play a mountain, or I'm sorry, we play Valakut. Still only 2 mountains. Second counter. Play Sack, grab Mountain. So we're a mountain short. Puke. Alright, we might just die on turn 3. Fuck. No, don't Thoughtseize me! No! Okay, fine. Blech. Blech. This is probably 5 color. No, this is the same Devoted Druid deck. Why does it get to block? That's fair. That's fair. Emery's a dumb card. Humble Geek. Post Eldraine looting. We're in a very good spot, but I think it's medium now. Pre-Eldraine, post looting. We were in a pretty good spot. Yeah, all the decks got a lot of tools for NASCAR, and well, we actually got some tools too, like Castle Garenbrig, and I think Escape the Wilds are both actually reasonable upgrades to this deck. There's just not that many fair decks going on, and the big mana deck of choice is Amulet, which is a little faster than us, which is really frustrating. Always grab full art, given the chance. Always yes, always yield. Alright, we need like an Explore. Or, yeah, Explore's probably the best draw. Explore. Miss. You hate to see it, chat. Well, on the bright side, we can actually kill 2 creatures next turn, right? No, we have to draw a ramp spell, right? No, we don't. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We need to draw a ramp spell. Ramp spell, any payoff spell. Not any. Fuck. Titan doesn't work. Oh, no, we're probably so dead then. Crap. Prismatic Omen would be sicko. Make a draw. Yeah, so any ramp spell and Scapeshift all kill her. And what's it called? Escape the Wilds is actually a good draw here too because it's just a ramp spell. What is this? Watch this be like a Titleist color. Just like an interactive piece. That'd be pretty bad. This deck was good a month ago when everyone was playing Stomping Ground Mystic. Well, that's not true, right? Because it's still top-aided. Philly. Shall I? That's obnoxious. Okay. I mean, fortunately that creature dies. But that is a little obnoxious. Fuck. So we can play our 3rd mountain, pass, leave KHE up, untap, draw, play 4th mountain, crack KHE, kill Shalai with the Valakut triggers, Scapeshifter. Alright, so we just play land to pass. That's obnoxious. Why does their 4-mana stupid thing do stupid things? It's dumb. It top-aided Philly, yeah. Like, obviously the deck's still good, right? Like, it's still winning in this format. It's top 16'd, a top 16 Philly in the hands of our lovely Becky Adelman, and it top-aided Philly in the hands of somebody I don't know their name off the top of my head. I'm sorry. So, like, the deck is still obviously very well positioned. If she tries to kill our KHE, it's a little awkward, but it should still be fine, because we can just, like, Wrath her And that should buy us plenty of time. And we have Field of the Dead back up. Play Mountain, pass, kill next turn. Sounds like a good line to me. Do you treat team event data differently? Only a little bit. I look at the top 16 and treat all the decks equally. So, like, I don't put stock in what wins the tournament or what gets top 8, etc., like where I normally would. Like, I care about not really what wins, but I care about what's in top 8 most of the time versus top 16 versus top 32. Like, I kind of put those cutoffs because that's usually the cutoffs for like 10-5, 11-4, and yeah, that's fine. 10-5, 11-4, and Devoted Druid sounds good to me. And like 12-3 plus, and so like that little win margin makes a big difference when you're talking about the winners metagame because all the SCG grinders play like, you know, are playing each other, and so the matches have like real results that go with them. But in team events, like that person, like take me, like in the top 4, I won my match against Zan. I don't think Zan, you know, that means that like my legacy deck theoretically should be above Zan's deck, right? Because I beat him in the top 8, I should have been in the finals. But like that's not how team events work, right? Like it's you lose and win, win and lose as a team. And so I just kind of treat the event data very similarly because they could have easily like won or lost. Yeah, hit me for 3. That's fine. All right, I think she's done. All right, yeet. All right,
so we can play our 4th mountain. Crack. Grab. Mountain. Target. Always
yes. Okay, kill that. Green, red. Sure, why not? Float mana, Scapeshift.
Yeet.
Alright.
So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 lands. No, I have more than that, right? 5. Oh, she doesn't want to play anymore.
I promise I'll figure out how to Scapeshift. Do we even have enough mountains left in our deck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we had 6 mountains left in our deck. This is why I kind of missed the 14th mountain. You just always had enough mountains. Deck's great. I'm great. Everything's great. Click submit. Oh, all right. Amulet Titan was first in Philly. Yeah, that just doesn't matter that much. What does matter, Chobies, is that there were 3 Amulet Titans, right? Like the fact there was 3 Amulet signals to me and only 2 Titanshift signals to me that Amulet is probably the slightly better positioned big mana deck over Titanshift. I think it's close. Like I said, big mana as a whole was really good. But, wait, what? 3 Amulet Titans in top 16, but I don't see any Titanshifts in top 16 at SCG Philly? I'm David Hall. Fair. Hi, David Hall. There definitely was. Becky Adelman placed top. I mean, I can find the other one. Let's see. Modern open. So in the top 8, you had Jamie Miller was the 6th place Titanshift finisher, and Becky got 16th. And there was another one, Will Corson, at 19th. So, like, all of that signals to me, okay, Titanshift's pretty good. But then when you look at, okay, Amulet did well, there was also a Tron in top 8, you realize, oh shit, just big mana is very good. Just like big manaing people is really, really powerful. Sand has 2 payoff, enough ramp to get there. But on the draw, I think I'm more willing to mulligan to a piece of interaction. So that's what I'm going to do. Most doesn't interact, and this hand is decidedly worse. I am unwilling to mulligan further. 2 explores bad in this hand. Well, we have a turn 4 kill. They can Thoughtseize me, and that is fine. Glad I did not mulligan lower. I was willing to take 1 mulligan and try to find interaction when we're on the draw because the card advantage loss is less relevant because we are a critical mass deck. We care about having a lot of cards in our hand, but it's kind of mitigated by the fact we're on the draw. And so here she has the choice of taking the 1 Scapeshift or a piece of a ramp. It's actually a pretty hard choice. I would suspect she's going to take the payoff. Are you looking at last year or something? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, looking at the classic results, very reasonable. She elected to take Search for Tomorrow. Strange. Okay. It goes off on the same speed. Oh, wow. I wish it took Scapeshift. Lets me play my tap land. We're very likely to die if we don't draw a piece of interaction. We have 6 lands on turn 4 based on this hand. So we don't have a turn 4 kill. Yeah, I wish you had a piece of interaction. And even, like, the sweeper isn't enough because we're on the draw. We have to draw, like, one of our bolts. We have to get very lucky. Devoted Duder. Oh, SFM? Do not care. That grabs a payoff piece, but it gives me time. There's no way you're just, like, Batterskulling, right? There's no way you're planning to Batterskull me. That is just disrespectful. Well, maybe we can win if her plan is to Batterskull me. Seems loose. I thought they played like that stupid bow thing that combo kills. I don't even know why the Batterskull's still in her deck, honestly. Maybe she just didn't have enough ends. That's very possible. But, like, she did bring in Thoughtseizes, and I feel like it'd be one of the first cards to go. I'm 100% this is a Devastation hand. Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, does it mean she's waiting until 4 mana to even get her Devoted Druid? Like, that does not seem good enough. Like, you're just taking... You don't have any acceleration, right? You're just making land drops, and now she's not even making land drops. How is she planning on winning this game? Don't know. Don't care. Hopefully she doesn't. Hopefully we win. That would be nice. Draw a land. Ding. Sack Daddy. Land. Do not want to pay. I think we're drawing to any 2-mana ramp spell to win us the game. Right? Because this gives us 6 lands. Maybe we shouldn't have 6 in case she has a Fatal Push. Be pretty stupid to F up. Put in Fatter Skull. 8 Fatter Skull. You got it. You now have a 4/4 lifelinker. Yeah, we're drawing to any 2-mana ramp spell to kill her with the Scapeshift. And that's even around another Thoughtseize, which it looks like she has. Ding! Gotcha! And this is great because it means the Batterskull hit next turn won't get her above 18. Because she's Thoughtseizing down to 13, we block sack, and then she gains up 4 up to 17, and then we're drawing live to a land to just kill her. Which is really nice. Attack with both. Oh. Well, this gets to exactly 18. Block. Sack it. In case we draw a Titan, I think I'm going to grab a Mountain. Like, it just doesn't really matter that much. Unless we brick a lot. Two-mana ramp spell. Dicks. Well, she knows about Misty, so we'll play it. She doesn't know about Foothills. 6 mana. Yeah, as of right now, she's dead next turn, so somehow we're winning this game because the Stoneforge Mystic plan was the thing that we're going for. If she doesn't know Thoughtseize, obviously we're in a lot of trouble, but I don't think we're beating 3 Thoughtseizes in the average game in either way. If she draws a land, then she can do the... What's it called? Card. Shalai? Should be kind of a problem. Gains her life up to 18. And... Also, yeah, Omen is just a 2-mana ramp spell. When we're talking about 2-mana ramp spells, Omen definitely counts. In fact, Omen is usually... The first Omen's a 2-mana double ramp spell when it comes to Scapeshift math. Actually, it's more than double ramp for Scapeshift math, but it functionally is because 36 is 9 infinity. The point is it pushes you above 18. Noble Hierarch saves her? I don't see it. We have 18 damage, right? 6 Valakut triggers? I don't see it, Swift. Oh, pre-combat. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. Finale X is 2. Sure. You did? I think Cat should have clicked the mulligan button. We've been through 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 5th mountain. We have plenty of mountains in the deck. No. Scapeshift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Valakut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. You. Got her. Okay, so we somehow beat Devoted Druid without ever lightning bolting a creature. That is the first time that's ever happened to me. But, I don't know. I guess she probably needed lands earlier. Like, she did miss land drops, so. It'd be like that sometimes. It'd be like that. How unplayable is this deck? If Scapeshift stacks as a cost, very unplayable. Very unplayable. Quite like this hand. Very unplayable. Oh, jeez. This hand is worse. I almost want to keep this hand, though. Is that greedy? Maybe. We have a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt interacts. We're keeping. Keep. I'm back. I had to reset my internets. My friend plays that deck a lot, and you can make a ton of inferences about their hand based on what they do on turn 2. Very reasonable. How often do you play Standard in your streams? Not very. Keeping. Standard. There's so much. There are. How do I say this? There's a lot of the high-profile Magic players playing Standard at any given time that, like, the market share for... Wow, what the crap. For Twitch viewers is much lower. Well, I'm probably not bolting this, because I can bolt it at any time. But it's nice to have drawn Scapeshift. Is this a Devoted Druid again? People just out here Devoted Druiding the shit out of people? Sure. That is not the one you want to play first. Sack. Which means we have at least 2 turns. I tell you what, these hands out of these Devoted Druid decks have not been impressive. Alright, this way if we draw a... I don't know what we could draw. But something. Okay. Hopefully by F6ing a bunch, I'm selling... I do not have this bolt in my hand. Ballista, sure. What are they doing? I don't understand. Is your plan to, like, kill me somehow with this? Or am I missing something here? No. Okay, I guess. Might just bolt you. Fuck. Just try to kill you with this Primeval Titan. This doesn't get proc lands, right? Deduction from the color of your choice. Oh, no, it does, because this land is colorless. Alright, so we have to Bolt the Giver. Fine, we'll Bolt the Giver. Bolt the Giver, and then we can grab 2 mountains, kill 2 things. Pretty sicko. Yeah, we have to Bolt the Giver now. That sucks. Otherwise, we can't kill it. Yup. Well, I'm glad I didn't just spew the bolt. These people thinking this Shalai thing is going to work. Quite odd.
Alright, well, that's a mountain, I guess. So we play our 5th mountain and grab 2 mountains. Oh no, we grab Valakut Mountain. Wow, that was dumb. That was a dumb thought to have. Green, Titan. Okay. Yes, I'd like to use his ability. Grab a Valakut and a mountain. How about this one? Would not. That one. That one. Always yes. Always yes. Always yield. Go, and then they are buried on next turn. How are we beating these decks? I mean, we bolted something finally, but like, how are we beating these decks? I don't understand. I do not understand how we're beating these decks without like properly interacting with them. Will Drake sign my body? Oh, I'll sign your body, Dom. I will sign your body, Big Daddy. Dislike how badly plays Legacy Elves is currently. I mean, yeah, Plague Engineer did a good job of that. We must be dead. I don't know how we die. Like, how do they die? They have to give their stupid druid haste, and they don't have a way to do that very well. If I ever go to SCG, I'm going to get him to side by Flame Slashes for BM. Can't be. Yeah, exactly. Except we can't be, so... I got it. What is this devoted druid stuff? Yo, so yes. Opponent's not mulliganing aggressively enough. That might be possible. I mean, I don't know what their hands look like. Like, maybe the Giver of Runes, Shalai hand is just, like, good enough against a lot of the decks that, like, you want it. But, like, for instance, I don't think this is beating Urza PO, right? Like, is that too far off base? I just want to know the hands they're keeping. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to, like, shit on other players, but it does seem odd to me that they're not mulliganing to more powerful hands when they have a, like, potential for a turn 3 kill. Seems very strange. Imagine keeping 7s in 2019 facts. I mean, honestly, that's why our deck isn't actually that good with the London Mulligan, because we're a critical mass deck. We want to have a critical mass of, like, ramp and lands in hand to make a land each turn. And so, like, we actually don't benefit that much from the London Mulligan. Decks that do benefit a lot from the London Mulligan are, like, the A plus B combos. So, like, Devoted Druid, right? Like, it's an A plus B combo. Devoted plus Vizier wins. Ding, ding, ding. So I can do 12. Like, should I, like, stop kidding around and just Scapeshift them? I don't know. Let's play this. Combat. And we can just kill them with the Titan. We'll see what they have. Okay. Yup. We'll grab a Valakut and a mountain. No. Yo. One of these I need always yes to. Oops. Would you like to take 6? Storm. Yeah, Storm's another good example of a deck that, like, is an A plus B deck, right? Valakut gets, like, 1 free mulligan? Yeah, that's true. No blocks. Go to 1, they say. Fetch. You have, like, an even mind sensor? For the record, I would actually get kind of blown up on even mind sensor. I actually could have played around it, too. By... Scape shifting first, but we're not going to play around even mind sensor. We're just going to try to kill him. They could cord. Collected company. Okay. You got it. I have this. Alright, sure. Okay. Storm feels like a critical mass of spells. It was. I don't think it is as much anymore. Like, a lot of times it's just a Gifts Ungiven deck, right? And Gifts Ungiven just, like, makes up for that critical mass a lot. Like, being able to cast a Gifts Ungiven means that, like, you just don't need critical mass because it produces that critical mass for you. It puts, like, 4 pieces into the critical mass pile. What am I playing against? Devoted Druid? Alright, we're gonna do the same thing we did before. What was this? It was like this for, like, Acid-Moss and Escape. Click Submit.
What? No, like critical mass just means you need like a critical mass of resources. What did you say name? Jaliv? Jaliv? Oh, jeez. I did not say Siri. Apparently Siri thinks I talked to her. But Jaliv, yeah, critical mass is like, just like we need a critical mass of lands in order to cast Scapeshift, right? Because we need 7 or 8, and like we need 6 for Titan, so we're just a critical mass deck. All of our cards are like lands, and we need a critical mass of them in order to like kill our opponent. Storm used to be a critical mass deck because it just like needed a critical mass of spells to start comboing off with their Ascension. But now that they have Gifts Ungiven, that's like a tutor card, and so they're just kind of an A+B deck where we have like A is a mana creature and or one of the mana bears, and B is this hand's like so good. I do not want to look at it. This hand's like so good. Sand Goldfish is so fast. But the first mulligan's free, so I'm going to do it. Mulligan. Alright, well, we'll keep this. Sand's notably worse, for the record. Those of you at home, the sand is worse. But it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I think we have one free mulligan in this matchup to like try to find interaction. It's bear plus gifts plus 3 mana. Well, your third mana is like just gonna be your land, right? Swift Flame, thank you much for the follow. I really appreciate it. It's just like going to be your third land drop, so you don't really need it. You can just like gifts and like untap and like win probably. Mana creature is fine by me, big dog. Big doggy dog. Hands too slow in the drop. Always mulligan first. Always keep the second. I don't know if you always keep the second. I will keep a functional second hand. And this hand is functional because it has Culinary Expedition plus fetch lands. Although, now we're probably dead. We needed a draw spell there. Sure. Please. Go. Yeah, like, this hand was not good. Like, but I think a 5 is just not going to present a quick enough clock. You saw that happen against Cat, right? Like, where I kept a hand that, like, had, like, it functioned. Like, it played our game plan. It had ramp spells. It had a payoff card. She thought seized us. She interacted with us twice, and we still won around that. So instead of, like, trying to kill us, like, doing her linear game plan, she just, like, tried to interact with us. And that didn't work out. So, like, why do they keep playing the Vizier and then not having... Okay. Whatever. I just don't care that much. Here's Culinary Expedition. Go. So, yeah. Instead of... Anger's actually a really live draw here. Instead of, like, trying to play her game plan, she tried to interact with ours, and we just, like, ended up winning the game. Alright. So, this just means she had... Or, I'm sorry. They have a... Yeah, this means they have a collecting company that we have to hope they work on. Okay. So this is going to be 3rd land, 4th land, 5th land, 6th land, untapped fetch land. So we want to have at least 5 mountains in play. So can we fetch a forest? As long as we grab mountain. So yeah, we can fetch a forest. Always yes, always yield. Fetch. Always grab full arts. Yeet. Red, cast this. So we get to start killing some creatures next turn, which is kind of nice. Like, we get to interact very well if they don't just kill us. Which, they have 3 cards in the hand. They have to hit the Devoted Druid and have payoff, which is not a guarantee. There you go. Yeah, Culinary Expedition allows us to grab 2 mountains here. We're going to untap, play Titan, grab 2 Valakuts. No, we're going to grab a Valakut in a mountain, try to shoot Giver of Runes, and then we can fetch a response and shoot a creature. Yep. Please miss. They never miss. Hit a miss. I guess they never miss. They do not, in fact, miss, chat. Okay. Is this 1 or less? What the crap? This is because I grabbed the Ballista. That's lame. Alright, we died. Lame. They hit just on the everythings. Big lame. Okay. That sucked. Fix a bit. Not a lot of Galaxy Brain sideboarding going on here. I mean, obviously there's a high chance we die. I was shocked we lived as long as we did. Ooh, Colony Yard Expedition. Big fan. Big fan. Card's great. It's just like one of the very few cards that gets ahead on card advantage in this deck. And I think that is really, really attractive. Especially at the 2 mana slot. It's so good. Hope they miss. End up getting the perfects. Got moderned. It'd be like that sometimes. I mean, whatever. Like, they could have also, like... It's easy to say they had the perfects there, but they also could have just mulliganed the hand and had a better hand, and we would just die to that because our hand didn't do anything. So, like, I'm not really upset about it anyway. Was that crazy? Could you cast Titan, get Valakut Mountain, shoot their thing? You know those lands off Colony come in tapped, right? The card's not that good. Oh my god, this hand is so bad. I'm keeping it. This hand's actually not that bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's medium. Yoso Yez is mulliganing. The Explorer is the attractive card to me here. It'll let me have an... Like, the fact we're on the play, A, is really attractive. And the fact that we have a critical mass of ramp, like, this just plays our game plan so well that I think it's really hard to mulligan this hand. So I didn't eat green. Suspend. Pass turn. This hand is... No, this hand is kind of a trap in this matchup, I think. Because we need to kill them so quickly that we usually need interaction. I do think this hand is really on edge. Like, normally in the blind, we'd snap keep it and be happy about it. Here, we're going to get Thoughtseize, and that's fine. Ooh, we didn't get Thoughtseized. Ooh, you don't hate to see it. Always yield. Fetch. Grab the full art. Colony. Them having Giver on 1 is pretty rough. Could just kill them on 4, I suppose. This has to be a hard cast druid. Or I'll draw me's call. Hopefully it's all draw me's call. That'd be nice. Although we haven't actually been turn 3 by this deck yet, so maybe we're overdue to get turn 3. Don't really know, don't really care. Gonna make him have it. Cast. We'll grab the snow covered. Snow covered. Always yes. Always yield. Ew. Green. Let's explore. I guess it do be like that sometimes. I'm going to play these lands first. That way, in case we draw like a Titan, we can like leave everything up at instant speed. We're going to hold up the Colony Yard Expedition, too. Am I dead? Am I the big dead? Let's find out. Burrington Forge Tender. Fair. Yup. Also fair. Oh my gosh. I'm tapping a lot of mana. Maybe it's just a Coco. Let's find out. Yep, it is a Coco. Let's see if we're dead. Giver. Kitchen Finks. That's not dead. Okay, and... Ooh, combat, you say. Alright. 2 Givers protects them, so we need to draw Scapeshift. Okay, I'm going to crack this, I think. Yeah, I think we're going to crack this. Because the fetch land accomplishes the same thing. And I'd rather have the thinning for this draw step. Super marginal, but all of it's pretty irrelevant, so... Doesn't matter that much. None of it matters that much. So then we know they don't have a kill. Primeval Titan is good, like, exactly this turn. So Bolt isn't.
me. All right, well, that's a Titan. That is a Primeval Titan right there. So, what are we doing? Casting it. Red. Play the fetch land. Cast Primeval Titan. We have to shoot Giver plus literally anything else. Use Primeval Titan's ability. Valakut. And a Mountain. Mountain. Would you like to be Leaf? I would not. Shoot the Giver. It is there. Then we're going to shoot the Devoted Druid. I think? Yeah, I think we're going to shoot the Devoted Druid. Yeah, we're going to fetch. And grab this. Would you like to be 2 life? I would not. Oh, no. Alright. We're going to shoot the Devoted Druid. Cut them off infinite mana. Kill that. And we're in great shape. Now it's going to be hard for them to kill us. I mean, even if they path us, we have access to another bolt. Now they're a sack outlet away from winning for whatever that's worth. Thoughtseize me. Deal. Do you have a sack outlet? You do not. So we're going to kill the Vizier and the other Giver this turn. Farseek. Play fetch land. Go to combat. Attack. Grab. We're going to grab Valakut. Mountain? Sure. Could maybe kill them. 6, 12. Yeah, we can kill them. Right? No, they can block with Kitchen Finks. Does that matter? We have 6, 12, 18. Okay, I don't think it matters. Would you like to pay 2 life? No. Alright. Yeah, we're just going to shoot them. Yeet. Always yes. Okay. And then they can decide their blocks.
Is this 6? Okay. Do we think they have some way to, like, gain life or anything? Fast priority. Sure. They just let it happen. Okay. Okay.
Fetch. Grab Cinder Glade. Target you. Target you. Always. Oh, always yield. Eat. Oh, shit. This doesn't have a target. Oh, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. I can grab basics. I thought I could only grab the dual lands. I was like, we're out of dual lands. Fuck. We're not out of dual lands. All right. So we once again beat that deck by top decking them. All right. We're 3-1. 3-1. Not shabby. Not shabby. Almost yeeted yourself. Indeed. I should have grabbed a basic. I didn't realize you were so low on duels. Gosh. Cutting that shelter thicket. I'm telling you. Cutting that shelter thicket. What a punt. Hey, Drake. Just saw your sideboard and was wondering what your thought process was in Caterpillar versus Rexage. That you can play it early, I guess. Well, you can play it early and you can use it at instant speed, 7D. Those are the things that have mattered the most for me. So, like, it has mattered that I be able to kill a Inkmoth Nexus at instant speed. That has mattered. It has mattered that I be able to kill... I mean, anytime there's a Ravager involved, it's mattered that I can use it at instant speed and just, like, play it out and just leave it there.
I feel like yeet started as a meme and now people can't stop saying it. I mean, that's most words that get, like, indoctrinated into the... indoctrinated is not the word. Just, like, in general, integrated into, like, modern-day language that are just not real words. But, yeah, like, I think it's the same total mana. I don't think being able to, like, sit there and attack with it matters very much. And I think that the instant speed matters a lot, as well as being able to pay in increments matters a lot. So, like, being able to play it on turn 1 and use it on turn 2 can sometimes matter a lot. What do I think of this hand? It has 2 payoffs, 3 payoffs. This hand's unkeepable. What do I think of this hand? This hand's actually pretty good. Summoner's Pact. Yeah, Summoner's Pact's really good, right? It's going to last turn 4 this. So we go Molten Pinnacle, Untap Forest, Sack Daddy. Yeah, this hand's good. So we should bend the Escape. No, I just want to cast this card once. I have not cast it once. It's been a good draw step a lot of the time, and I've just never cast it. Alright, let's keep bottom Escape. We're going to hit ourselves if we're playing like a Shadow matchup. Alright, that makes a lot of sense. How are you liking Paradoxical Urza? That's what I'm playing next. I've played 0 games with it so far. Escape instead of Hour of Promise. Yeah, I think Escape's really good, but we haven't cast it yet. Like, I only put 2 in the main deck, and I like put them in the main deck hoping we would actually draw them. And we have drawn them. And one time it was just another overcasted card in our hand. One time it was unnecessary because we luckily drew the other payoff card. And then this time, what the fuck? Hello? What is happening? Whenever you, or at least one permanent you control becomes the target of spell or ability opponent controls, it deals 2 damage to that player. What? So this is just like Valakut's me? On targeting, too. Golly. What the fuck? Well... Am I getting Blood Mooned on one? Sure, my guy. I'll hit you with a Colossal Dreadmaw. I am not scared to hit you with a Colossal Dreadmaw. I'm just like not even a little bit scared to hit you with a Colossal Dreadmaw. Fetch, go grab the other forest. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. That's what we in the biz call pretty good. It's gonna deal 2 to me though? God, this is stupid. Sakura-Tribe Elder. Go. Four mana. You got it. Block. Snow covered. Bolt that. Alright. Okay. Scapeshift. So we can pay for it if we still get Blood Mooned. I guess we just play our Mountain, right? Does it matter when we play this Mountain? I don't think it does. Alright. Look at Castle Garenbrig not actually mattering at all. Primeval Titan. Bloop. Okay. Use its ability. If we could, that would be excellent. Stomping Ground. Stomping Ground. Nope. Nope. Actually, this might have been a punt. I might have should have grabbed a Field of the Dead. Because if they're out here as blood mooning me and just like putting more bodies on the table does seem really good. Okay, jeez. Okay. So we can kill them this turn. Of that, I am sure.
So we can grab Valakut, and just like hit them for 6, and then we have 6 triggers. We should make sure to only trigger Valakut 6 times. So we just need to hit them. And not grab another Valakut? Weird. Yes. So we actually might grab like fetch land or something. This is so freaking weird. How do I deal exactly enough damage to them? 6 times 2 is 12. Yeah, let's just grab like 2 fetch lands. Maybe like mountain fetch land, sure. 1, 2. Yeah, I'll just grab like mountain fetch land. Okay, this is just like very weird. I'm just shook. I don't know what I'm doing. No. Hit you for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever. Scapeshift. Okay, so we sack 6-ish lands. 1, 2. I don't know what they can do. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 lands, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 triggers, which deals 12 to me and a billion to them. How many mountains is this? 1. So we just grab 6 mountains. Okay. We just have to like not overkill them, which is like so freaking weird. What would you like to do? Nope. Eat ya. Yeet ya. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the stupidity. This is so dumb. Leyline of Combustion, eh? Wild. Always yes. Always yield. Always yield. Okay. They'd be like that sometimes. Even before a opponent hits you with instant speed 6 damage. Yeah, I'll die to that. I don't think Mystic Confluence is legal in this format, though. Let me use the bathroom. Should I go now? Probably not. Alright, let's bring in all the enchantment 8. Yeet. Maybe we bring these in. I don't know. I think they have... Do we think they have Rabble Masters? So those could be good. I don't even know at all what's happening. This card looks really bad to me. I don't like these cards. Bolt at least kills the stupid Magus. And so like I want maximum numbers answers to Magus. Prismatic Omen's really good. Farseek seems kind of bad. Explorer's not great. KHE's not great. Maybe the Angers just aren't good. Or like 1. I don't know. This is all calculated. I did the math. Double Bolt would have killed you there, or at least forced a draw. Put it at 1 card. Yep. Alright. I'll be back 1 minute, chat.
Alright, cheer stream. We on it. Alright. Brown chair. It's black! This hand is unkeepable. Normally I like keeping ways to grab forest, but I don't know. Their deck's obviously trying to do something pretty quick. They kept 7 too. Maybe they have a turn 1 Blood Moon. Ooh, Force of Vigor is kind of attractive. Does this hand just like suck? This hand does suck. Don't get me wrong. But it having a basic forest means we beat a turn 1 Moon, and we have Colossal Dreadmaw, which is one of the best cards in the deck, and we have Force of Vigor. I'm just not mulliganing that. I hate to break it to you. Eidolon. Alright, that's fine. Maybe we'll kill it. Here's a Wooded Foothills. You're saying. It's going to do some damage to me, I guess. But I'd like to kill 2 things with this Force of Vigor, so we're going to try to do that. I don't know how quickly this deck can deal damage to me. I didn't see them as like a burn deck. I don't really know. I'm just going to grab a Stomping Ground. Ooh, Search for Tomorrow is a good pickup. Explore lets me take 2 and I can hard cast Force next turn. Alright, I think I'm down for that. We'll take 2 extra damage. I just don't think what they're doing matters at all as of right now. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. This could easily punish me, but I don't really know how it's going to punish me, so. And I just don't want to pitch a card to this Force of Vigor, so I'm not currently planning on it. I'll just use my life total as a resource, and if they play more things that I want to Force of Vigor, we'll do that. Suspend. This will let me Force of Vigor next turn, and then we can turn 5 the Titan. Blood Moon. Oh, fuck. That turns up the heat pretty quick. Puts him to 18, though. Okay. We take 3. That's fine by me. You should, like, not die to the Rival Master. That's pretty good. I may have played too reactively with this, but yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, starting that. It's fair. I think this hits me for like 1,000. Does this just kill me? Fuck. Am I dead? 6. Yeah. Dead. Alright, they're out here playing 2 4s. I get it. Anger's great. Should have had it in my deck. What a punt. Force of Vigor still seems good. But I don't know that I want all this stuff. It's a lot of interaction. It's a lot of interaction. Maybe we'll cut like a Scapeshift. Seems kind of bad. What do I like? I'm on the play. I just want to kill them really quickly. What if we just like left our sideboarding the same? And just like tried to kill them faster. Like, don't be results oriented with the fact we lost that game. Just try to kill them faster. Maybe you can consider cutting more stuff. Drake, how do you feel about Titanshift for regionals? I don't really know. That's a complicated question that involves a lot of information I haven't actually found out yet. But I don't think it's going to be that bad, almost no matter what. So, like, if it's a deck that you have a lot of... Form a kind! I win. It's a poker hand. I think we're keeping this. Yeah. Fuck. If we get mooned on 1, I feel like an idiot. These are legendary! It'd be like that sometimes. Opponent? No! Stone Caverns is legendary. I guess they probably were trying to pitch that to the first one. Harshmentor, you got it. This deals 2 to me. Sure. In case they have a second one, I still want to do this. What was yield? Been there. Omen. Blood Moon me. Damn it. Rebel Master's scary. Alright, well, we need to draw like a sweeper. Or bolts for Rebel Master. Bolt for Rebel Master. We take those. Explore. Ooh. Let's count 6 others, right? Would you like to beat your life? We could Titan next turn if we drew a land, but we can't bolt the Rebel Master. I think that means it's not good enough, which sucks. Yeah. No, fuck. I screwed it up. I didn't put a stop fast enough. I'm an idiot. I didn't realize they didn't have a stop on their first main. God, I suck so much. Whatever. I guess one good punt deserves another. Yeah, I'm at 10. 4th land. Land. And we do the land. Gosh, maximum punishment. This isn't like check on a resolution or anything, does it? Alright, here's a sack daddy. This is actually a complicated block. The only reason is if they have a Blood Moon second main, right? So let's talk about this because this is obviously a critical decision-making point. We can block a 1/1, sack Sakura-Tribe Elder, grab any land, bolt the Harsh Mentor, we take 1, go to 9, take 3, go to 7. If they have a Blood Moon second main, this Primeval Titan is still going to be a Colossal Dreadmaw against a 1 or against 2 1/1s, which is like a good trade, I think, unless they have that 4 mana creature. But we also have the high upside play of we can sack it here, grab a land after blocking. We block Harsh Mentor, sack it, take 2, go to 8, take 2 more, go to 6. Done a double bolt potentially, but we have Sakura-Tribe Elder to grab a land, bolt them, and then we untap, play Primeval Titan, grab 2 Valakuts, and that's an 18, which kills them. But we still have that line if we draw a land. I kind of want to get this Harsh Mentor off the table. I'm also a little worried about Leyline. I don't know. I just want to mitigate their clock. What information are we on for the results this weekend? I need to know, Ghost Reaper, exactly how broken Urza is, and I haven't played any Modern. I can't imagine losing to the 6/6 in play. I mean, what are we just attacking? We're just like killing them? I mean, I can imagine losing, and it involves that stupid 4 mana guy. This also hits fetch lands. I think I'm going to do the original thought. And just hit him for 18, put him to 2, and we still draw to a land. Alright, this is going to be my block. This doesn't play around a ton. But preserving life is important to me. Yes. So we take 1, go to 7, and then we'll see what they have. Fireball. It's 5 mana to flash that back. It's not a land, unfortunately.
So we should not die to that 4-mana card. So we're gonna grab Valakut. Pick off a 1/1. Pick this off. Pick this off. Shoot them. I just don't want to get hasted out of the game. Haste plus like the 4-mana creature is what I'm really scared of. It's more about like trying to figure out what like how you die versus like what you need to do to win, I think. Alright. There's actually some real risk in getting 2 Valakuts, because if they just untap hardcast the 4-mana... oh my gosh, did I just die to Firebolt? Yeah, alright. I took 1 too many damage. So, yeah, I screwed it up. I mean, I don't know. Like, I thought playing around Double Bolt mattered a little bit more. Instead, they had Firebolt, Lightning Bolt. Which is just, like, much worse. Like, if that Firebolt was a Lightning Bolt, then I played correctly. The fact it's a Firebolt, which dealt 4 across 2 turns, means that I die. Gosh. That's... okay. We'll chalk that one up as irrelevant in the matchup spread column, but that sucks. It sucks that I lost ticks over that. Yeet. Are you going to play it on stream? I am. I'm actually going to play it on stream here in a second, after I wrap up talking about Titanshift. So, overall, this match is pretty irrelevant, but these other matches, what did I play against? I played against Devoted Druid, Anaya Shift Mirror, which doesn't matter that much, but the Titanshift Mirror is, like, I guess pretty relevant. And we played against, what was this deck? Amulet. Okay. I just put water on myself. Eat. So, what are my thoughts on Titanshift? I didn't have a large enough sample size to play with Escape of the Wilds. Like, it was a good draw as, like, a payoff card for most of the game. It would have been good in a lot of the fair matchups, but overall, like, wasn't very good in the NASCAR matchups, which is a lot about what Modern's about right now. But if that's what Modern's about, then I don't think Titanshift's actually a very good choice, which is frustrating. But I think Escape to the Wilds is still potentially good. Like, there was definitely spots we wanted to draw it and just didn't, which is going to happen. I didn't love the Mwonvuli Acid-Moss, but there's a lot of big mana going on. Like, we did play the Titan... We played the Titanshift Mirror, and we played against Amulet. So, like... That's 2 big mana decks. We played against 2 Devoted Druid decks, which I got very punished for shaving on interaction that interacts with creatures. But, I mean, hell, we still beat them, which is kind of funny. And didn't play Urza Outcome once, and didn't really play any Urza decks at all, which is frustrating, so I'd want to do some targeted testing of that matchup before I would, like, endorse Titanshift as a good deck. But it didn't feel like overall a bad deck. Like, I don't know, it felt like it was still kind of doing the same thing, and it still felt very, like what you're doing is powerful. It's just, like, a little slow. So if my only problem with the deck is that it's a little slow, then, like... It's probably a fine place to be. I mean, hell, we beat the turn 1, like, Leyline of Nonsense plus, like, Magus the Moon, like, game. Like, whereas that feels like you're just trying to hate out big mana, and we just, like, bolted the Magus and killed them with the Colossal Dread. It's just, like, I don't think that deck beats, like, Titanshift as often as I think it does. So, like, Titanshift is still, what that signals to me is that Titanshift is still as resilient as it's always been, which is kind of nice. I think that... I mean, yeah, Escape of the Wild is just going to need more testing. Castle Garenbrig didn't really come up at all, but, like, the times we drew it was fine. Field of the Dead was still reasonable. There was that one game against Amulet that we were able to, like, line up some blocks with it. So Field of the Dead's still pretty good as a one-of tutor target for Titan. I'm happy with where this list is at. The Acid-Moss, I think, kind of sucks and maybe could just be a sweeper. Like, this could maybe just be a Sweltering Suns, and that's probably fine. But I think there's so much big mana going around that not having any Acid-Moss in your deck could be a real liability. Like, especially post-board, where, like, you know it's going to be one of your better interactive cards. It's just, like, pretty free to have in your deck. So, it's neither here nor there. I don't know. I think if I were to keep testing Titanshift, I'd want to find out how the Urza PO matchup is. And that's probably it. Like, this deck didn't feel awful. It felt like it's pretty
pretty powerful, pretty resilient. It's kind of how Titanshift's been. And, like, I don't think it's demonstrably worse than it was leading into Dallas, where, like, I felt like it got a lot and went from irrelevant in the format to very good. And so, like, now I still feel like it's a very good choice, but I am, like, I feel like if I was infinitely skilled with every deck, right? Like, pretend I'm just the master of Magic, I know every deck to the best of my ability, that Amulet is the better positioned big mana deck. It kind of does the same thing you're doing with similar resiliencies. And, I mean, you're just a little softer to Blood Moon, I feel like. But even then, like, you have main deck Rex Sage, so, like, you're not that soft. And, so, yeah, I feel like Amulet is just the better position deck because it has the high upside of having, like, a turn 2 and, like, turn 3 kills, whereas Titanshift can just never do that. So, I feel like the upgrades from Throne are not irrelevant, but not relevant enough to, like, make the deck more broken than its counterparts got, like I said, specifically Amulet that got Once Upon a Time and Castle Garenbrig out of Throne of Eldraine. So I feel like the deck has a lot of legs. If you're familiar with it and this is like your deck you've been playing for a long time, then I think it's a good choice. Big mana is very well positioned. I liked my list. Like I said, this is the only card I'm really considering changing at the moment, but that could potentially change with testing of the Urza PO matchup. If I feel like I need main deck interaction for that matchup, then like maybe it could become something for that. But for the time being, I'm happy with where it's at. And yeah, Titanshift's great. Any questions before we call it a night on Titanshift and move on to playing some Urza? Gonna play the new Broken deck. I don't really think you should have beat the Druid player. I don't think you should have beat a Druid player to mulligan aggressively. I mean, Swift Lane, like, I also could have mulliganed aggressively, right? Like, I didn't mulligan. My mulligan decisions in those matches were not excellent. Like, I kept some pretty loosey-goosey ones. Have you ever tried the Through the Breach version? Is it good at all? My rule of thumb is that if you're ever playing the Through the Breach version, you should just be playing a different deck. You play Titanshift because you want a big mana deck that goes over the top of the other big mana decks and is still very resilient. And you're sacrificing all of that to play the Through the Breach version, and I feel like if you're playing the Through the Breach version, it's just like Amulet Titan with like, but worse. Like I feel like you're trying to make you're trying to make your deck faster, which you can do by just playing Amulet Titan, and you're losing all the resiliency that Titanshift has to offer. The Breach version, it's not even just like clunky, like it just has bad hands. Like it's very glass cannon, right? Like where you're sacrificing a lot of the resiliency and the redundancy that Titanshift has to offer for a little bit of speed, because the format, like you're in a format where speed matters. And if you're in a format where speed matters, just go play a faster deck. Like don't play Titanshift. So I think the Through the Breach versions of Titanshift are in general just like very bad. Or maybe not like atrocious. Like you could play worse decks, I guess is what I should say. Like you could play like, there are worse decks in the format. You're not just playing like literal garbage, but like I think your deck is often going to end up being strictly worse across the matchup spread than just a different deck. So, I don't think the Breach versions are very good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions before we call it a night? This is a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody hanging out. We're like I said, we're gonna play some Urza here in a second. But for those of you that came for Titanshift content, here you go. Here's Titanshift content. I don't know when I'll play the deck next. If I played it at Indy and decide to play it at Regionals, then I'll be playing it next week most likely, just to get a couple more reps and try to hash out like whether or not Escape the Wilds is good. But if Urza's busted, then I'll probably be playing like I don't know what I'll play. But this is likely going to be the last opportunity to have to play a little bit of Titanshift for the next at least few weeks. So what about Jund Titanshift? Ghost Reaper, what do you want out of black? There's that Bring to Light version with counters and stuff. Bring to Light Scapeshift, I think, is a fine deck. I've played it before, and it has its spots where it's very good. Usually the spots where it's very good are when, the control decks are really good. So, where, Jund is still a player in the format, or at least some kind of black mid-range deck. You are also playing against blue-based strategies where, counter spells matter. The format just has to be way slower. I think Titanshift is the more consistent version of the Scapeshift deck. You just are killing people with Valakuts faster than the Bring to Light version, but the Bring to Light version slogs through interaction much better. So if there's a heavy amount of interaction, you're actually going to want to come off Titanshift and go towards Bring to Light. But yeah, Jund Shift I think in the past has played Thought Seizes and pushes and stuff, and I just don't think those are cards you're super interested in. What's up, Blitz? You came just at the very end of the Titanshift lead. And then we're gonna be firing up some Urza here in a second. But for the time being, thank you all for stopping by. If you've enjoyed the content and you want to see more of it in the future, then you can follow me on Twitch. Easiest way to support me on Twitch, and we'll let you know when I go live. You can let me know. You can also, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, where you can find my other Titanshift content and future Titanshift content in the Modern playlist, and it'll also let you know when I post more videos. So you should do that. That's great. You just named the number? What? How many bits for you to play Golos as a one-of in Urza? Just name the number. Shut up, Chad. Give me like, all right. Golos is a one-of in Urza. Like, whatever the $100 equivalent is. Is that 10,000? There you go. 10,000 bits. Taste it. Anyways, other ways you can support me, my stream, and Team Nova is to support our sponsors, which you can see strewn out across the screen. In the top center of the screen, you can see the Mage logo and the Introspective logo. Mage is a mobile app development company. I guess they're just a mobile app company that produces software for Magic the Gathering. You can find their mobile app on the App Store on every available platform, Android, iOS, and I think Windows. And it's the best mobile app on the market for Magic. I use it and have it installed on my phone. And it's just, I've looked through a lot of apps. It's by far the best. Proud to be sponsored by them. And they have Mage Market coming out soon. It's going to be like StockX for Magic. And I believe we're still in the beta testing. That's software takes a long time to get out of its beta testing. But be on the lookout for that coming out soon. You can follow them on Twitter at Mage Market. 100 bits. They said 100,000, you clown. You just typed the number out. I love you, Chad. Anyways, Introspective is a clothing line company that supports Team Nova and a couple of the other teams in the SCG Tour. They make our jerseys and some of the various clothes that you'll see us sporting, especially as we move into wintertime and we start wearing hoodies. We're getting free hoodies from Introspective. So you can check that out on our persons, all of Team Nova's persons. If you go to any of the SCG events, you can also get a look at their clothing by checking out their website, which you can find in the links below. If you're on Twitch, it's in the panels. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description. You can check their stuff out. Use code TeamNovaMTG for 10% off and buy some clothes from them. They're super great. You can also check out hipstersthecoast.com, which you can see sponsors beneath my face here. The other content production website that Team Nova writes for. You can find our articles online there, as well as articles from plenty of other good writers. They also have podcasts and merchandise that you can check out as well. It doesn't cost you anything to read a little bit of Magic, maybe get a little bit better at Magic, and support Team Nova. So check out Hipsters of the Coast. Also, we have Inklin Customs, who did our lovely subscriber badges, which I don't see any on the screen at the moment, but there's some lovely ape-themed, banana-themed subscriber badges that, working with Inklin, she produced those for me. She's also going to be producing the emotes for this stream. She produced the logo that you can see beneath my face, our playmats, and all the art for the tokens for Team Nova. So you can, plenty of examples of her work. Her work's excellent, so if you are looking to get custom tokens or anything like that, you can check her website out. You can also find her at many of the Magic events and hit her up in person. She's easy to work with, and her prices are incredibly reasonable, so check her out. And so we got the in-games to a store in Charlottesville, local to one of the Team Nova members. They let us buy and rent cards at a discount, and you can too, using code TeamNovaMTG for 10% off your singles purchase with them. You can check out their storefront online below. Like I said, panels if you're on Twitch, description if you're on YouTube. You can support a local LGS and Team Nova and save a little bit of money on your Magic cards, and so that's all wins to me. Check them out. And last but not least, we have manatraders.com, which is the rental service I'm using to play all of these wonderful decks for you. I have been using ManaTraders for like 2-ish years now, and was using them even before I was sponsored by them. So big fan of the service. Excellent. I've had next to no issues with them, and you can use code TeamNovaMTG for 15% off the first 3 months with them. So check out ManaTraders if you're looking to be serious about Magic at all and you're looking to test using Magic online. So thank you very much, and I'll see y'all next time.